With the GDPR coming into force, organisations in breach of the legislation will find the fines they face increasing dramatically. From a maximum of £500,000 that the ICO could levy, penalties will then reach an upper limit of €20 million, or 4% of annual global turnover, whichever is higher. So for many businesses, non-compliance could mean insolvency or even closure. Under the GDPR, supervisory authorities will be given a number of new powers, including the power to issue warnings of non-compliance, carry out audits, require specific corrective action within specified timeframes, order erasure of data, and the complete suspension of data transfers to a third country. And these powers can be applied to controllers and processors alike. The investigative powers of the supervisory authority include the right to order you to provide any information it requires for the performance of its tasks, to carry out data protection audits, to review certifications, to notify you of any alleged infringement of the GDPR, to obtain access to all personal data and all information necessary, to obtain access to any premises of controller and processor, including data processing equipment. Supervisory authority corrective powers include the right to issue warnings that intended processing is likely to result in infringement of the GDPR, to issue reprimands where processing operations have infringed provisions of the GDPR, to order you to bring processing operations into compliance with the GDPR, to order you to communicate a personal data breach to the data subject, to impose a temporary or definitive limitation including a ban on processing, to order the rectification, restriction, or erasure of data, or order a certification body not to issue a certificate, to impose administrative fines, to order the suspension of data flows to a recipient in a third country, or to an international organisation. Crucially, SAs are also empowered to issue substantial administrative fines, which you see in the accompanying documentation. Requirements which can attract a fine of up to 4% of total global annual turnover, or €20 million, whichever is the higher, can also be seen in the PDF. Apologies for the complexity of language and legalese involved, but that's a simplified version. And months is not long to bring an organisation, especially a larger one, to a state of compliance with the new law, which is why it's essential to prepare now.